Hey guys, welcome back to the Network Podcast where we cover everything. Diddy got sentenced to 4 years. This is part 2. What's good, Pack Gang? It's your boy Stack Pack, and we're back for part 2 on the Diddy situation. You know I had to go a little bit deeper because the story is massive and the fallout is far from over. This is the Network Podcast, powered by the Gender War Studios. He said, she said, in the spill room, your home for the viral news and the culture. In part 1, we broke down the shock of Sean Diddy Combs being sentenced to 4 years in prison. But now we gotta talk about the ripples, because this sentence isn't just about a personal blow for Diddy, it's your culture shakeup. I'll be in soon.
Not to lose our heads.
I love you, Seth.
Can't nobody take my pride. Can't nobody hold me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. Broken glass everywhere. If it ain't about the money, pump just don't care. I'm that good fella, fly guy, sometime wise guy. Spend time at HAWA. Mate, can you please stop smoking la la? Puff, why try? I'm a thug, I'm a die.
So first off, the industry reaction is that the hip-hop is in shock. They're in shock. You got artists like, you know, executives and fans, and they taking sides, man. They in shock. Some people are saying Diddy is being made an example of, and others saying that justice is being served. This is going to be an influence on how industry power and players operate going forward. It's a cautionary tale. It's kind of insane, and I want to get into some more clips of what's going on in this Diddy case and what they're actually talking about and what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? I kind of want to get into this. Let's get into these viral clips. Welcome back to the Network Podcast as well. I appreciate everybody that's been supporting. We've been going all the way up. Let's get into these clips, man.
This was the most important day of this case, and Combs did give a statement about 12 minutes long where he spoke directly to the court. He talked about being personally responsible and apologized for what happened with his ex-girlfriends, Cassie Ventura and Jane. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and he said moments ago, I want to personally apologize to all of the victims of domestic violence. He said, quote, I hate myself right now. I was stripped to nothing. And when it comes to that video of him beating Cassie, he said, I was sick on drugs. I was out of control. I needed help. I make no excuses. I knew better. But the judge had some very sharp words in response to Combs. He acknowledged that he is trying to do better and told him that he hopes that he continues that, but instantly went into rejecting attempts to characterize what happened as, quote, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. He said you abused your power and control you had over women you claimed you had loved. You abused them emotionally and physically. He said the evidence was massive. I was sitting right here, he said. We read it and we saw it. Images of gashes and bruises and broken doors, and I saw it in the video. It was savage. This is according to the judge. This is some of the comments that he made just moments ago in court. Alice Gaynor from WCBS is in the courtroom right now and sending out notes just to give us a sense of what Combs' demeanor is like right now. What is his family reacting to? I also want to note something that the judge mentioned in reference to Jane. She went by the pseudonym Jane, but this was also an ex-girlfriend. He said he referred to the brutal assault of Jane by saying, you kicked down 5 doors in her home, lifted her off the floor by her neck, punched her, kicked her, dragged her by her hair, slapped her so hard she fell down. Jane, quote, her credibility testified to those things, that she was a credible witness. So some sharp words again from the judge who just handed down that sentence, 50 months in prison. There will be time served, we believe, in consideration of that. So considering that, it might actually be 4 years. I'm just looking at a note, sentence is 50 months of incarceration. Agnifilo, which is the lead attorney for Combs, asking for more time to list facility recommendations. Also supervised release 5 years, no reaction from Combs. He is still sitting, and there's a $500,000 fine. You can see behind me a little bit the crowd that has been gathered here pretty much all day as the family had been in and out of that courtroom. When I asked a couple of the defense attorneys how they were feeling today, they didn't have a comment. This day was very serious. They knew that going in. Not long ago in July, when it was that split verdict, they said this was a win for Combs. But the second part of that, the most important part of that, is the sentencing happening today. Again, the judge sentencing him to 50 months behind bars.
Whoa. Now, this is insane. This is insane. I'm telling y'all. The legacy angle. Diddy is a titan of the culture, from Bad Boy Records to Building the Stars to Shaping the Sound, and even moving into fashion and business. He's one of the biggest influences in the music history, but now his legacy is getting redefined in headlines like Diddy's sentence in prison. 4 years changes perception and it changes influence. And lastly, the effect on the Bad Boy Records. This empire he built with not just music, it happens to be a legacy brand. This shit's insane. What happens now? Will the label survive each blow? Will the artists underneath the brand distance themselves or double down and stand with him? Pat Gang, there's also a bigger conversation here about accountability, influence, and about what happens when someone at the top falls. This case is a reminder that no level of success makes you immune to the law and no empire is untouchable. This isn't just part 2 of the downfall of Diddy and the sentencing. This is the whole new chapter, and we'll keep breaking it down. And for y'all here on the network podcast, this is Gender War Studios, He Said, She Said, and the Spill Room. Stay tuned. We'll be coming in with some more updates on this case.
Bet against us, not so bad. We make hits that'll rearrange your whole set. Right. And got a Benz that I ain't even drove yet. Don't push us, cause we're close to the edge. We're trying not to lose.